My friend, I'd rather you stayed here and let us do our business. Still up there? So I can use a light.
You realize this is the sacrament of the church?
Do I realize it? No.
Yes. This is the sacrament of the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. This is a natural, living herb.
I wish you're going to fuck up this crown of you.
Yeah. Only for a time.
Oh, do you have your flash?
Only for a time until the people tell you to stop.
Yeah, where is it? Locked up.
Exactly.
Locked
How
up.
can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
Since you know it's going to stop, how can you take extra light and still doing it?
Okay, let's get this shit going.
They're cursed. They're all cursed.
Yeah.
They all carry the mark of the beast and all cursed.
You want the wagon?
Listen, we got to get a lawyer to get it in. Go call 861-0500. Quick, that's more. 861-0500.
You didn't hear it right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you going to haul? Do you want me to call for the wagon or what?
Yeah, we're going to need the wagon to haul it, I think.
Hey,
I'm in a channel 2 on a supply, so can I... 732, you cut out completely. Just said something about a ball for a guy from 29 and 7.
Hey, John, what do you want? A garbage bag on the other side?
The third person involved in the 29.
Is that what you really want, sir?
Yeah, you got a bunch of garbage bags, plastic garbage bags?
Correction, Firebird. Wearing blue pants, has an afro.
Is it possible to get that flash?
Jimmy Carter says everybody should tell the United States joint Congress that he favors legislation federally and that every state should follow example, saying everybody should be free to have an ounce. We tell you people it's not a drug, it's a plant. And you can't understand that the same author of coconuts and oranges made that? And if you don't want it, just leave it alone?
Brother Love, you're arguing with the wrong person.
I'm arguing with the man who's about to pull these plants out of the ground, if I understand it right.
That's right. We are enforcers. We are not the ones to decide what is right
A
or
lot of people
wrong.
in Nuremberg said that too.
Would you have every enforcement officer make up his mind which laws he is to enforce and which laws he is not to
Hey,
enforce?
from the time you have the perfect law, bro,
It doesn't
right?
work.
What about the
Yeah,
perfect
but
law?
if they told you to go out and kill
Have you
somebody,
tried
man,
that
you
one?
wouldn't do it.
Hey,
No, you're right.
Have
There's
you-
a line to everything.
brother man,
You see it there.
brother man, have you ever tried God's law? You ever tried that one?
It is that it's against the law. No, you had one court embattlement where they ruled that it was against the law. They ruled against you.
No, well, the guy gave us 10 days. That's murder, you know. Get good pictures, man. We'll get some history out of this. This is the sacrament of a church. A natural herb. I hope you understand that. You see how it doesn't feel like a pill? It doesn't feel like a hypodermic needle? That's because it's not a drug. That's a pepper tree. Leave this one alone.
Tell you what, you make some gross and healthy plants.
I'll tell you something. You're mocking at a crime, you know.
I'm not. I'm just saying
You're trying to. Your hands are destroying the works of God. Who do you think put this here? Liggett and Myers? Rexall?
He put Sandsburg's out here too.
I know he did, and I got the wisdom to avoid the things that are bad and accept the things that are good.
Who makes that determination?
6,000 years of history. The American Medical Association, the American Legal Association, the National Council of Churches, the National Education Association. I thought you know how much crime is going on out in the street right now while you're here committing a crime yourself? And you all say, well, I know the law's going to change, we won't do it someday. Good. They said that in Nuremberg, too. This is robbery. You gentlemen realize that we've stated this is our sacrament?
Yes, you take notice of that.
You notice we're telling you it's our sacrament?
Yes.
Huh? Of course, yes, huh?
You have another day?
Yeah, I think so.
Over here.
Take it. Every one of them smoke it.
Reported.
Every one of them smoke it.
Carl, you should make the light brighter enough so we can get a picture of it. Right now, quick.
Yeah.
That gives them a big shot.
Go home and stop pushing. You think you can come over here and do this? No, man.
Someone who doesn't come
You're
to
wrong,
you want to
brother.
come in
You're
here.
directly
This is
wrong.
evil, and a whole generation of us know it. And you say you don't want a generation gap. Stop doing things like this.
You want to know why there's a fuck up on here?
That's what they said in Nuremberg, man.
you
Who's
have
going to
no
stop
friends?
saying that? Carter said
Really?
make it free. So
What
who's
did
the
we
dirty
do to
bastard
you?
between you and Carter that's making you do this? Who's that? Good. Well, that's, some people said they're my
He makes you go out and keep
Some people
up,
said my Fuhrer.
make your brother grieve with you, man. That's ridiculous.
People, they said they were Leave them on. No, just let them have their way, man. Don't make me hear that they
It's the judgment. You can't get away.
Well, what's good? Everybody wants to wash their hands of it. I want to know the man who's the response for this.
You're all up to your neck.
Yeah.
Make him come up and tell the people that his intelligence shows him that you're fighting crime right now. I
Right.
say you're committing crime.
Of all the people out committing crimes, we
I say
deserve
you're
this
Ethiopian Zion
fuckery.
Coptic Church. No individual.
Death to all black and white oppressors.
What's happening now? Give him plenty of light so Carl can get his mic and get the other picture. We'll have it in history recorded. Let the generation see it.
Good year. 1979.
You have laws in your books against homosexuality, sodomy, pussy sucking, bestiality. Nobody wants to enforce that, but come pull up the plants.
Really?
And think you're defending a moral society and you say marijuana is going to be a threat to your youth? The gay bars are a threat to your youth, man. The sex education in your school is a threat to your youth.
Don't bother to smoke any of it.
I don't want to hear nothing called police smoke this, man.
Too late. John?
Sergeant Barretto who said if he had his way, it'd be free.
Well,
Talk to the legislator, my man.
I did that, so how come this hasn't stopped? I went before the legislature. What more can I do? We went before the court. We went before the legislator. What do you want us to do?
I really can't tell you, but until it's legalized.
What are we supposed to do, man? You say the legislator, I went there. You better call the legislators and tell them to support the Coptic Church. Everybody's saying that they're just doing something someone sent them to do.
Maybe this wouldn't happen.
Well, if you stop trying to destroy a generation with nonsense like this and make the people respect you, we could work together. You want to stop drugs? Stop fighting the ganja and you'll be able to stop drugs. Because
Really?
the same ganja man will help you. And when you try to
And the
do
ganja won't
marijuana
hurt
with
you.
drugs, the whole generation looks at you and laughs at you. You let go of the marijuana and you see if the people don't forget about the drugs. And if you think I'm the only one that's telling you that, go talk to the big experts, psychiatrists and psychologists that'll tell you standing on how man's supposed to live one with another. I'll tell you, Sarge, it looks hard for me to see a bearded man pulling up ganja plants.
I know it does, Brother Love.
mean
But,
That beard ought to come off, you know.
You mean Judas?
you know,
A bearded man pulling up. Listen, you can't tell me you get paid enough to go against your own conscience, you know. Stop telling me about if you got mail, if you
after what you just went through with the court, you should understand the position of the state attorney's office and the laws of the state of Florida until it has taken up far enough into the courts and they make a decision.
I went before the
Favorable.
legislature, man.
Well, obviously they disagree with you.
That hasn't happened yet. On the 19th, they said they were going to call me back.
Well, you should refrain from any activity like this until you
These
get
were here before the judge's order, most of them, man. You know that. You think a plant can get that tall since January 9th?
I really don't know.
Well, then I'll tell you, no.
Once that order was signed, it depicted certain things that I'm sure your attorney made you fully aware of.
Yes, and one of them said the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church is a church within the meaning of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, and you've come and robbed our sacrament again.
One of them said that you could not possess any
With
cannabis.
what, sir? That's scallion. It's a natural creation. What do we do with scallion? The same thing we're doing with marijuana.
You smoke scallion stuff? How come you not win?
No, it's a different variety of herb.
How come you go?
Everyone's have different uses. They're trying to.
What's going on? In other words.
Listen, what's happening right now is a comedy of errors. You've got a bunch of men calling themselves policemen who are all saying, listen, I don't want to be doing this. The state attorney made me do it. Well, I want to say plainly to the people of America, what your tax dollars are paying for right now in Miami Beach is not to fight crime, it's to come over to Star Island at about 11 o'clock at night and pull up little 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 inch tall marijuana plants. The Sacramento property of the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. The police have acknowledged that they're aware of that. They say they wish they didn't have to do it, yet the blood is on their hands.
Any
They're
arrest
not-
been made yet?
You make them try and arrest somebody and you'll have something really nice to film.
We're getting noise. We're trash. America. You're plants, right?
Plants, man, little baby marijuana plants, man.
Load it down, right?
The same one that they give us. This is the
You're lucky if they have any
that
left.
goes for glaucoma, sir. The same marijuana that goes for chemotherapy, sir. The same marijuana that's supposed to be investigated as a cure for alcoholism, sir. This is the same stuff that they use for glaucoma, you know.
You're a thief, man, I tell you.
Huh? Don't worry, you got more work in. I'll tell you, Sarge. Making the road rocky, you know?
Did they put it in there?
Wait a minute. My reading material.
Wanted you get some Coptic Times?
No.
Should get one before you go.
Whether you agree with it or not, whether you believe it even could be possible or not, I'm telling you fact. Well, the same guy that made them, I bet you like oranges too. And I bet you know to stay away from poison ivy when you see it. So you should be able to discern the things that are good from you from the things that are bad from you. If you thought that way. Really, man? You see, you read the papers and they say 100 million people smoke. That means 100 million people are looking at you, you gentlemen right here saying, when are they going to learn?
Remove numerous plants.
What kind of plants?
That's to be
Can you say? Can you put down the word herb?
That's to be
Can you put down the word herb plants or marijuana plants or ganja plants?
Green plants.
Huh?
How about green plants?
Green plants, living plants. Living green herb plants, or some combination thereof.
Green living plants.
That's my copy.
Right. You can see with all these lights. Okay, thank you.
Hold on. Somebody else can have that. Don't make no more. I told you. Call them up first. They listen to the police radios and hear these things.
How about keeping our faces out of here?
Listen, I hope none of you gentlemen ever decide to smoke marijuana after this, you hear? A whole generation will find you guilty.
Okay, you say John Anderson can talk to us?
Yeah, talk to John Anderson. He's easy.
Move the channel. Wait, hold on.
Steve.
No story is worth
That's Brother Love here.
There goes the dick.
Did they say where they got the information from?
I don't know, but no, they said that our lawyer could get the affidavit.
I need to read the whole thing. You're gonna stand there with that mic?
No.
Can I go into that?
Come on inside here, man.
I'll burn out before I get that far.
I don't think we know the amount.
No, there's a variety.
Only the small ones or the big ones too?
Anything they discerned in marijuana.
Did they say that we for evidence or anything for court?
They said it had something to do with it.
No, I'm recording.
There was a copy of, that's a copy of the thing.
How much altogether do you think I put between the plans?
You're reading the copy, so
Just turn around. Just take a shot. Turn your light and take a shot that way. That's all. This way.
This way right here.
Just like that. Just that way.
All right. Right. Film the 6 car here.
Burning up your microphone.
fuck it. Out of the ground, Joe. Don't say back of the house, say out of the ground. Because we got pictures to prove it.
You all had your film crew going when they came?
Well, every second of it.
Every second.
Were you all silent when they came in? That's what I heard initially, that when they came up with the warrant, nobody said anything.
I stood right on the door and he read me the warrant, and I asked him if this, I said, do I have to call my bondsman? Do I have to call my lawyer? And Sergeant Bretto said, no, we're not here to arrest anybody. We have reason to believe there's plants here. We're coming from the plants. We'll be out of here in 15 minutes. Therefore, I didn't decide to make a big noise about it. I was just going to make it blow by and catch him up in court.
I need to go inside with this some lights so I can read this.
Now, can I can you bring me to where they took the plants out of the ground? Over there, where I see the root up, right?
Every place where you see the ground freshly, yeah.
So they took everything, right?
Uh-huh. You know, I haven't looked around to see if they might have missed one or two, but
Yeah, it looks like everything.
yeah, I think they got everything.
They give you guys a copy of the arrest warrant?
I don't know about that.
How about in them little pots? Was it not one of them little pots too?
Yeah.
Great.
Is this the same place they took it last time?
Yeah.
Let me see where else. Pop, there was some in there?
Uh-huh.
All right, shine a light on that.
And all these pots here along the front of the thing too.
Is there any more pot plants? Can you see any more?
Next couple of days, it should get nice again.
Oh, too much light.
Right. What now? Yeah. One TV brother and sister here, and little Joe from the Herald is here still. After that, they just described that and ordered something by the judge in the Northern Westwood. And they attached to that a copy of that garage, which happens to be
Does it say essentially you can smoke marijuana?
Well, it says...
Are you going to tape us?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
This is history, man.
Oh yeah?
You should have started already.
Aren't you going to tape
Why
it?
didn't you call us?
Because I talked to Sergeant Barretto, and I said, Sergeant Barretto, should I call my lawyer? Should I call him? He said, we're not going to arrest anybody. We're going to take the plants. So I said, see you in court.
So if
Somehow-
somebody calls Channel 6.
Somehow it's 162. And here's what Sergeant Barretto kindly did for me in the back. Removed 21379 numerous green living plants. Sergeant Barretto.
What's his
Richard. Same one who sent the
It's
informant.
Miami
on
Beach?
us. Yeah, he's got a beard. You can't miss him.
B-O-R-R-E-T?
BA.
And is he over at Miami Beach?
He's the head of the SIU, Strategic Investigative Unit.
How many plants do you think there were?
Fair number. More than before.
More than before what?
It was a very bountiful something.
Harvest. Are you white balanced?
Oh yes.
All right.
And rolling.
Okay, well, why don't you just tell me what happened?
Well, we were sitting here about 10:30 this evening. The police came up, bursted through our gate with this particular search warrant, saying they had reasons to believe that there was marijuana growing here. And that's a very wise assumption because marijuana does grow out of the earth. They came here and they pulled up several bags full of, as Sergeant Richard Barretto noted, numerous green living plants. Your pride and joy, your police department was not fighting crime tonight. They were at the Coptic church pulling up little itty-bitty marijuana plants. The same marijuana that's used for glaucoma, that's used for cancer, that's used to cure alcoholism, that's used to cure all those different things. The men in blue were here tonight pulling with their big, strong arms, pulling up those little bitty marijuana plants.
Did they clean out your entire hall?
My what?
Did they take all your marijuana plants?
I haven't checked. They tried to.
Where did they find the plants?
In the ground.
Nothing in the house itself?
No.
And what are your plans now?
Get a bigger place and plant more.
Are you going to consult your lawyer and take any legal action?
Of course we are. We're going to demand it back. The police were told frequently that they're taking the sacrament of the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. The recent ruling we had in Judge Barad's court, what many people don't realize is that the judge, in his own words, stated, the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church represents a religion within the meaning of the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. We've been investigated quite a bit. We're not a new sensation to anybody. You people know us and the people of Miami know us. This is robbery. We're going to take it to court as robbery and charge them with grand larceny.
Hold on one second. Can I get a two-shot and reverse it? Can we have that, or can I at least see that to take some notes? You don't have a copy of that, do you?
No, I can send you one in the morning. Or I can go make
Who got one of these warrants? What's the story?
He came to the front door and he asked.
He's just getting a shot of me.
He read it to me.
But who issued, the judge issued the warrant, right? But who asked the judge to get the warrant?
That's not noted in here. I asked them that, and they said that our lawyer could make a right of discovery or something. Nonsense like that and find out.
Two shots, please.
No, this is real quick. Blah, blah, blah. Together was said, do believe, have probable cause to believe. We asked them what's their probable cause. They said that we have to have our lawyer, and our lawyer could find out that there's been some affidavit filed. We call Mr. Massey tonight. There's a whole bunch of them that say they are our lawyers. Huh?
Just stay here.
And look at you.
How have you been?
We're all right. The people from 60 Minutes called us tonight.
They're gonna do a big.
Yeah, well, we're so convinced that intelligent people are going to talk to us and realize that we're coming from an intelligent foundation. That we're going up a little bit. A lot of different national people are going to get involved.
Snubbing us.
Not snubbing, but you people have not able to in 1 minute bring forth things of substance as much as you can bring forth. The rest of it after this is Judge Barad's business. This is the only new one tonight, these 2 pages. Attached to that is. If you want me to, I can send you a copy of it in the morning. That's the only one I got. I have to make a copy and stuff. We tried to be good.
You haven't been. Have you? Oh, okay. Have you been smoking marijuana on the premises? The ganja?
The DEA says that there are 12 tons of marijuana smoked in the United States.
Have you, Coptic, been smoking ganja?
Coptics smoke ganja everywhere, sister.
So you have been smoking it here?
You can write down
the judge,
anything you want, but you can't say that you heard that come out of this mouth. I said Coptics smoke ganja everywhere. You see, we tried to ease off since the judge did it a certain way and said, okay, you're a church, and if you make a big excitement, I'm going to come down on you, so we didn't make any excitement and look what they did. We have the guards here. You ask the guards if they've had anybody come in beside people that they know have been long-time friends of the church, or no strangers, no media, no Miami media whatsoever. We thought that's what they wanted. If they want us to let you people know what's been going on in the courts and have some more conferences and fill up the TV screens with smoke, we can do that in a second.
You got one!
It's on film, there's a fish coming in. Yeah? You see the fish?
Yeah.
Maybe a new record.
Wow. There he is.
Don't make fun of this shit thing. Get out here and try and catch these little bastards.
Oh, they're delicious. That one's you better throw that one back.
Oh man, you take about 10 of these, put them in a pot, and make yourself 1 cup to drink the broth. And you feel like eating grass alive. A nice one, man.
That's a good one.
Where is it? Let me see it.
Ta-da!
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nice.
It's the one that's still wiggling.
Nice.
It's the same as the last one?
With a similar. I had to change paragraph 3 a little bit.
Affian is well aware of the customer.
See, the other ones, the state attorney had already declined prosecution.
Where's the motion?
According to the police. You call that a complaint, not a motion.
Huh? My what? Oh, I gotta talk to the Apple man. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh, hey. You ready?
What is it?
L-I-M-O-N-D. This is the famous tub that was raped.
This is incredible. Just to get an idea of all the news coverage this is going to draw today.
You're gonna get a picture of a buzzard.
Looks like I'll end up filming them filming us again.
Where you been lately?
Nothing.
Marijuana plants, which I'm informed it was in excess of 100 plants. There are some peculiar circumstances concerning how they got planted there that will come out later, perhaps. But this is just a reassertion of the church's position with respect to the use of cannabis or ganja as the holy sacrament, it's necessary for us to reassert this position because of this recent incident.
Are you going to file for the plants to be cared for like you did before?
Yes, ma'am, I am. It's a
Just a second. Whenever you're ready.
This is a replevin action that I'm filing today, similar to the one that is before Judge Turner.
What does that mean exactly?
We are seeking the return of some marijuana plants that were taken from 43 Star Island on the night of February 13th by the police officers from the city of Miami Beach.
On what grounds?
Cannabis, or ganja, is the holy sacrament of the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. This is merely a reassertion of the position that the church took in the other replevin action. We feel that although cannabis is a contraband substance, that it does not apply to this particular situation because of the First Amendment right to free exercise of religion. Judge Barad recently found that cannabis was an essential part of the religion of the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church. He found that it was a sincerely held belief, and that the Ethiopian Zion Coptic Church...
He told them they couldn't smoke marijuana.
He did indeed. He said that Jacqueline Town could not permit marijuana to be smoked at 43 Star Island. That was the extent of that order. But the free exercise of religion clause has predominance over any contraband statute, in our opinion.
Just get inside.
Okay, as I understand, you're filing what?
I'm filing a replevin action to seek the return of a number of marijuana plants taken from 43 Star Island by the police from Miami Beach on the 13th of February, on the theory, or the reality, if you will, that cannabis or ganja is the holy sacrament of the church, and found to be that by Judge Barad in a recent unrelated case. So we have a First Amendment question here, in my opinion, and the courts, of course, will consider that at the proper time.
You're going to ask for an emergency hearing?
I'm going to ask for an emergency restraining order, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody got a statement out there I can borrow? In a second. I got to get a little organized here.
Boy, you haven't gone long.
No pictures, just a few words for the press.
That was Miami Beach Police?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any other papers with this?
I'm going to ask the judge.
Do you have an order? Oh, I see that in the reply. Do you have an order of overshare cost order?
Yeah.
That has the number of the stars?
Okay, it's number.
Give me a brace of wheels.
You want to use a subpoena?
Huh?
Want to use a subpoena?
I got them all drawn here.
Okay, then.
We're here to fight crime.
I'm asking that the judge require the police not to destroy them, not to let them deteriorate. Oh, my brother.
Didn't we lose on this before?
We have another similar case pending on this.
Not a Carter's going to feel this one. How soon do you find out when we'll have it?
2971.
Right, I'll give you a receipt from half the case number on it, put something back to
What is it you're asking me, monsieur? How many were there?
Believed to be in excess of 100.
In excess of 100.
Believed. I don't think they made it. And what else? That's all. Damage.
Uncalculable.
Try and get him to sign this.
Straight out come with his old love contention.
Let's see who it is.
I don't care who it is. I want whoever it is to shake it. I told him I was coming.
We're waiting for a judge to sign, right? You guys for an emergency, immediate hearing? Or what is this? What is it?
I'm just seeking a restraining order requiring the police not to destroy them.
Time on the restraining order? I don't want to be here quickly before the plans go.
Yeah, well, there's the judge has to have a hearing between 8 and 15 days after that file.
Sometimes
Can you tell if the mic's picking up?
The wrong earplug.
That way's on.
That was signed from Judge Turner, section 19. And I'm going to have it made for a copy back.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Same judge, that's what.
Judge Turner.
That's funny.
He used to was a criminal judge.
Huh?
He used to be a criminal judge.
So he's got the other case.
Oh, does he?
So the other case wasn't decided. They just said to refile your motion. Nothing really got heard on it.
That's funny.
Well, that's good. He should see that it's continued harassment.
Are you asking for an emergency hearing today?
No, just a temporary restraining order to preserve the plants.
Has a judge been assigned yet?
That's Judge Turner.
Judge Turner?
Again?
Same judge as.
How do you feel you're going to go again with Turner since he turned you down before?
We'll just keep trying.
Oh, I wouldn't say you turned this down
No.
before. We still have the time to file an amended motion on that. That's far from being. Well, it's been filed already, hasn't it?
The amended complaint's already been filed in the other case. So, in the due course of events, these cases might have been consolidated before the same judge anyway because of the similarity.
Right. The continued harassment.
That's what you call it.
We're here to fight crime. We're here to stop this a continual harassment day after day. Yes, that's what we call it. That's what it is.
What kind of value do you put on those plans that were taken by the police?
There's no way you can value that. That was specifically prepared for the sacrament of the Zion Coptic Church. They could only replace that by putting living plants back there.
We've alleged that the intrinsic value is in excess of the lower jurisdictional limit of this court, which is $2,500. It's hard to pinpoint it except to say it's greater than that. that would give the court jurisdiction.
Would you make an argument that this is akin to destroying sacramental wine, to go back to an argument that I heard in a court not long ago?
Sure, same thing. Same thing. It's just something that hasn't been accepted fully by the courts as yet.
This is part of a continuing harassment program. They came in, most of the police said they wish they didn't have to do it, they wish they weren't there, they knew the law was going to change someday. It's a political trick to try to discourage people from having a very beneficial healing herb growing in their backyard. I think it's ridiculous. It's also very costly to the city and the county.
Thank you.
And
Police shaking the seeds loose from the other. Which is funny.
Okay.
Why don't you tell Jan about your belief as to the origin of these particular plants?
You have a film of those plants being planted. On November 20th, the police came there and they took mature female marijuana plants and shook them and pulled them out of the ground. And when you do that to a marijuana plant, seeds fly all over the place.
Those were the plants that were originally
November 20th, they went
confiscated.
right back to the same place where they took up the other plants, where they scattered the seeds, and lo and behold, more marijuana.
So the police, in a sense, replanted the plant.
That's an interesting, ironic twist.
They went to the exact same place where they had uprooted the plant, uprooted mature male and female marijuana plants before.
That was November 21st?
November 20th. That's the date that was the basis of the other case.
When they came the last time, this week, was that daytime, nighttime?
11 o'clock at night. The warrant said to be served in daytime or nighttime, or Sunday. And it had a sign on the back, removed numerous living green plants. They didn't even come inside any house. They were strictly there for the plants. They had reason to believe they must have known it was there because of what they've done before.
How's the situation with your neighbors now since that last time?
It's like always. The one man of 42 is always complaining, and everybody else is saying how peaceful everything is.
You won't get a hearing today, right?
Not a hearing. The hearing will
But you should ask for it on an expedited basis, because if we get them back quickly, they won't.
That's true. Do you expect to hear from Judge Turner in regard to the temporary restraint?
He should give us that today, right?
Can we talk to your camera about how the plans got there in the first place? How did the plans get there?
On November 20th of 1978, the police came to Star Island. They uprooted male and female marijuana plants and violently shaking them out of the ground, scattering seeds every place. The police, when they came the other night, went right back to the same place where they had planted those seeds.
So you're saying the police themselves planted the seeds for the plants they've just confiscated?
That's why they knew exactly where to go to find the plants this time.
Thank you.
Just scan all those people staring at us. I'm going to. Good. returned to our house last Tuesday night, and they went to the same place where they'd been last November, where they pulled up some marijuana plants. And when they pulled up the plants before, they scattered seeds all over the place, and some more plants had grown back in that same place. And they came with a search warrant and took away those the plants that they had planted the last time they were there. They didn't arrest anybody, and they're going to try to use it to say it was a violation of an injunction. Hold on. 5 what? I'm coming with you, man. Hold on. I'm going to the 5th floor. We're trying to get a restraining order right now.
All right. At least it was 5 last week.
How do you interpret that with Judge Turner again? Does that mean anything to you?
That is a colossal coincidence. Link system could have been any one of 46 riders.
There's something about the executive meeting on the 19th to decide which one of the ones they're going to sponsor or considering it further.
I don't know what day that is.
One Marco Wilson, Margaret Cameron.
Is that the narcotics? Is that the column?
Yeah, narcotics.
The odds, yes.
The odds are great. And the judge is not expected back. He had to leave, and he just did not think he'd be back. But Judge Ed Klein has agreed to take an emergency measures.
Where's he?
Right across the hall.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Nobody wants a picture of me.
We'll get you in here. All right.
I'll
Had agreed to you?
It's the old battery.
But because of the allegations in there that this stuff may deteriorate, I think.
just be a good China family.
Excuse me, there'll be no TV.
Well, Judge Turner.
I can probably.
Oh, Judge, how are you?
Fine, say yourself.
Why don't you do it quickly before?
I will.
You with me?
Will that be your hearing date then?
Now, this will be when I will ask the judge to sign the order, but the city will have an opportunity to appear.
Please see that's February 20th at 1:15. And since you checked this out, Mr. Booth, please take the
I will.
file back down. Okay. Well, no, I'll keep it. I'll just keep it because since we'll have the.
Does it have the proposed order in it?
No, sir, just the, unless it's under here.
Let me give you the original proposed
Okay, no, this
order.
is just the complaint.
Okay, I'll give you the original proposed order.
If you get back to your office and find that 1:15 is bad, call me and we'll
Well,
change it.
I'm going up to Inverness sometime Tuesday, but I can go in the evening.
What is Tuesday's date?
The
Tuesday's the
20th.
20th.
So that'll just be on the temporary restraining order here? Is that what
Yep. And the order to show cause hearing is called foreign statute.
So, but the judge won't be deciding then whether to return the plan?
No. Again, that's where it comes from.
Well, I'll get it. I'll get it. Just leave
Let
it
me
file.
give you another copy.
Well, that's okay, because you might need those.
Well, I can always
For
find
certain.
Okay. That's just like the one the judge signed before.
Okay.
We're merely designed to preserve the status quo.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Is there any official way you can do it?
Huh?
Is there any official way? Where are you going now?
I'm going up and give the stuff to the sheriff.
Tell the sheriff that we filed a complaint.
Well, he serves the, he's going to serve the complaint on the city of Miami Beach.
Where's he?
He's the 13th floor.
Is that a floor number 13?
Want to step outside, please, with the light? We have work to do here. Step outside, sir.
Are we gonna get on TV? We missed it. Be out here and there and there, that's right.
Well, he was here last night. If you get it right, step in. Should be recorded or something.
You got it down. Is that right on the line there?
See all them teeth, they have to be in this bracket.
Let's see.
And one old white-haired guy has a whole bunch of sorcery rings on his finger. Try to get a picture of him. One guy, the white-haired guy with the white mustache, has a whole bunch of sorcery rings on his finger. Try to get.
Let me move this camera. I can get a perfect shot of it.
It's taking you fucking, takes me 10 seconds to do it. You're spending a whole fucking hour to do it. You gotta have them teeth in there.
That's it?
Is that it? They're leaving?
Yeah. It's doing
great. You don't get nothing. See, that's why I wanted you to put that down.
They were saying
Papers from this office, but not to him last night. They took him out of this office last night.
Figures.
You ought to get your money back.
You see how they squirmed when you put them on camera? I love it. I love it.
Instead of doing what they should have been doing, they were out trying to harass people for marijuana.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't have time to do
First floor.
First floor.
Good.
So, Dick, you're gone?
My office, I'll get in touch with
Make me know when they agree not to destroy the collection. We shall return. Right here.
I didn't think.